Hello everyone, welcome back to a new Patreon reveal video. It's been a bit since we had one of these because Ctrl-Alt-Ego was a little bit longer than I thought, and I ran into a bunch of issues and had to take some days off there in the middle, but we're here and we can finally find out what is going to win. So let's go ahead and hop in. First things first, there are 5 nominations this time, and I'll just go ahead and jump through all of them really quickly. So first, we have Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and Dunan Unification Wars. That is a very long title. There was something I wanted to specifically note for this one, for anyone that was curious. I've updated this in, the rules or the FAQs on, the Patreon and stuff as well, for anybody that's, new to nominating. But I thought I put this in, at some point, explanation somewhere, but I looked on there and I did not. But I should mention that when doing collections, when collections are nominated, the games will be separate nominations. So you couldn't nominate Kingdom Hearts Collection and have me play through all of Final Mix. Each game in the collection is different. That's kind of how it worked for Metroid as well. I'm sure most people assumed that I wasn't going to play both of them off of one nomination, but I did just want to be clear about that. So yeah, if this won, it would be Suikoden 1, and then Suikoden 2 we would need to do another nomination for. So yeah, just wanted to note that, and I have updated that in the info on my Patreon and everything as well, because yeah, we could get some truly crazy lengthy monumental playthroughs if I didn't have that rule in place, because I'm thinking Castlevania, especially Kingdom Hearts, would be nuts if I was expected to do the entire collection. So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. So yeah, this actually released not too long ago, basically around when I started up the poll, but we were late. So next we have MO Astray. This is the blob Metroidvania that has been on here a few times. You know, you're a blob, we get abilities, we do mind-bending puzzles, etc, 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 all the Metroidvania goodies. It looks very... what's the word I'm trying to look for? Not quite Hollow Knight, because the art style is obviously very different from Hollow Knight, but it has that sort of your characters kind of adorable, but the setting that they're in is very, very messed up kind of feeling, I guess is what I'm trying to explain here. So next is Thumper. I remember seeing this, and I almost bought it way before I even, did anything with the channel. This is a rhythm game, so I'm guessing kind of like Everhood, where you're mostly dodging, I'm imagining, or parrying and things like that. That's what it looks like to me. So less Rift of the Necrodancer or anything like that, and more like Everhood, it seems. But I remember hearing a lot about Thumper when it released, so this one would be a neat one to play as well. And for the final 2 options, we have, since it's not on Steam, Super Metroid. Most people probably know what that is. And Metroid Other M. We had 2 Metroid games on the nominations this time. So, let's go ahead and get into the results. Alright, we're here at the results, so let's go ahead and do it. We have, with 1 vote, Thumper. With 2 votes, Metroid Other M. With 3 votes, Suikoden 1 and 2 Remaster. With 6 votes, Super Metroid, and then with 7 votes, MO Astray. So MO Astray did barely win. I can show the results now. So for the longest time, Suikoden 1 and 2 Remaster and MO Astray were actually tied, and then Super Metroid got that 4th vote, and then it put it into the 2nd place there. So Suikoden 1 and 2 was in there, pretty close to winning, basically. So. But yeah, we'll be playing MO Astray, another Metroidvania. What was the last Metroidvania I played? That would have to be, what's it called? Ender Magnolia, right? Ender Magnolia? I'm pretty sure it was Ender Magnolia. Yeah, Ender Magnolia would be the last one that I played. So it hasn't been that long of a break from the Metroidvanias, but the Metroidvania-ers, the Metroidvania fans, the Metroidvania crew are hungry. So yeah, we're gonna be playing that. I think it's a fairly short game. If I look at how long to beat here, Let's see. Log in. Oh god, I don't need to log in. What am I doing? Why am I logging in? MO Stray. I used to have an account on How Long to Beat, and I tracked, like, what games I played. Okay, MO Stray is very short. Completionist, it says, is 13 hours, which I would generally say usually I'm not even a completionist, particularly in games. I try to do most of the stuff, but completionist is, you know, I don't get all the achievements and everything, so... Pretty short one, so we'll be having another vote relatively soon. So, alrighty, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for MO Stray. This is actually fantastic because I already own this game. I bought it way back in the day when it came out, so... Alright, bye-bye.